let's reflect on a question that has fascinated humanity for centuries. Is evil an innate part of being human? Are we born with it, or is it something that we learn from our surroundings? It's not a simple question. It challenges us to confront the deepest parts of our psychology, our history, and our choices. Today I want to explore this question with you, not to provide a definite answer, but to think about what it means to be human. To begin, let's look at biology and evolution. Survival in the wild demanded aggression, fear, and competition. These instincts helped humans stay alive, fight, and protect themselves. From this perspective, what we call evil might just be an evolutionary byproduct of survival. Take the concept of in-group bias. Even infants as young as 6 months old show a preference for people who look or act like them. This instinct to protect us over them fosters loyalty within groups, but also lays the foundation for prejudice and exclusion. Psychology experiments, like the famous Milgram study, offer another unsettling truth. Ordinary people, under the right conditions, will harm others if they're told it's the right thing to do. This suggests that the capacity for cruelty isn't rare or monstrous, it is deeply human. But before we resign ourselves to the idea that evil is innate, let's consider the opposing argument. If humans are naturally evil, why do we also see such extraordinary acts of kindness, love, and selflessness? For example, a study by Nina Baumgartner-Lutz in 2004 alongside researchers of the University of Cambridge found that infants could demonstrate empathy by responding to the distress of others, such as when they were shown a person crying or in pain. Babies usually show signs of distress themselves and attempt to comfort or help the upset person. History, too, tells us that context matters. Evil doesn't happen in isolation. It is often a product of environment. Think of the horrors committed in war or under oppressive regimes. These acts weren't carried out by inherently evil individuals, but by people shaped by fear, propaganda, and systemic forces. The Spanish Inquisition wasn't a result of natural malice, but a product of religious extremism, fear, and political control. So, which is it? Is evil innate or is it learned? The truth is, I think, it exists in a balance. We are born with the capacity for both. The 20th century psychologist Carl Jung had a term for this. He called it the shadow self. He argued that every human has a dark side, a collection of selfishness, fear and anger, but just as real as our capacity for goodness. What makes us human is not the presence of good or evil, it is our ability to choose between them. Neuroscience research has demonstrated that our brains possess an exceptional capacity for functional adaptation. Aggression may come naturally to us, but we can think, grow, and choose how we act. Here's why this matters. If we're capable of both good and evil, then every action we take is significant. No matter how small, every choice determines which side of our nature we nurture. Evil isn't some far-off force, it's the anger we let build up, the cruelty we ignore, and the selfishness we justify. But goodness is just as close. The courage we summon, the kindness we show, and the empathy we practice. So, is evil innately human? Perhaps the better question is, what do we do with the capacity for evil that we all have? We can't erase the darker parts of ourselves, but we can confront them. by choosing compassion over hate, understanding over fear, and courage over inaction. We tilt the balance. The struggle between good and evil isn't just a question of philosophy, it's the daily reality of being human. And it is within that struggle that we discover our strength, the power to choose. Thank you very much.